It is the glory of love. My name is MC Shugga one more time. And today we have a lot to digest. But the main topic, we're just going to pitch a little bit of it and ice it up a little bit with some, we call it icing sugar. Yes. But then more of it is going to come along the way. So for this entire month, we are done celebrating the women, but then we're still going to pinch a little bit. We never stop celebrating our mothers. So on my topic list, I have something called boy code and girl code. I wanted to handle this separate with a group of boys talking about boy code and a group of girls so that we can talk girl code. But that will be probably next Saturday. So for today on my set, I'm going to have a guy and call him a dude. Sometimes, man, when we say guys, since we're fighting homosexuality, let me call him a dude and a chick. Is that right? If you don't feel it right, okay, a lady. It is a youthful love show. So we are going to be looking at different things. And one of the key questions that I will need you to start answering straight up right now is, what are those signs? You know, everybody is useful, I agree. But there are moments in relationships where you have this boyfriend and you can clearly say he's a very useless boyfriend. We're going to be focusing on some signs and symptoms of useless boyfriends so that if you're dating one, you know when to run. And of course, we're not leaving the ladies untouched. Signs of a useless girlfriend as well. I was seeing a picture that trended last week of a girl who braided her hair to the point that if she's going off the stairs, she finishes the stairs, but the hair is still following. Sounds like, what the hell is going on? Is this necessary? Someone told me those are signs of useless girlfriends. So start telling me straight up, if you're watching us right now, use the numbers on the screen and show us what are those signs of a useless girlfriend, a useless boyfriend. We shall be doing this back to back. Otherwise, returning just in a bit with my guest. By society standards, there is a definition for a real boy. A real boy is supposed to be stoic, independent, macho, and athletic, powerful, dominant, and of course phobic. Not any close to a girl whom we expect to be warm, empathetic, and sensitive. Today on the show, I want us to give a little bit attention to what we call boy code, girl code. How a real boy is supposed to be, how a real girl is supposed to be. Otherwise, on my set right now is Attica Millers, representing for the females' opinions. Now, I know there are moments when you look at a girlfriend and you're like, but is she a girl? There's a category of girls who call themselves tomboys. Munyambala, muneisa. They have things that they do, you see openly that she's trying to act like a boy. But then, we are focusing on a real girl. Omwalo waddala aina kuba yeisa atya nga afaanana atya ayambala atya.
Hello, hi, this is Attica Millers. Ramadan Karim.
That's very good. Okay.
So straight to the point, I feel like a real girl, it literally starts from the way you walk,
okay,
the way you present yourself in public. You get?
How do girls walk?
Because, of course, I'm not going to bounce the way you do. You get? You're not going to find me. It's normal for a man to run wherever you are, but you're not going to find me running on streets like it's not.
It's not a girl's code.
Yes. I think the other point is the way you speak.
Okay.
You're not going to find me shouting like shouting.
Really?
Like that's not the way a girl talks. You have to be calm. You have to be,
warm, empathetic.
Just have to be sweet, like in everything you do.
Now, there are some situations where you find a girl who wants to fight her man, and she calls it self-defense.
Yes.
If a man becomes, say for example, abusive, what does a girl do under girl code?
I really don't know, but if it was me and I'm abused, of course you don't expect me to fight back. So if I can protect myself, run or something, call for help, I think that would be the best way. We have been dating, nga nao gamba yankubye and twekubye. Like if you say you bet, like you've been
I've
beating
beaten you,
me,
yes.
it's normal. But for me to be like,
I've
for you to
beaten
be
him.
like yankubye.
Mila's yankubye. Because now there are people who are watching and they could be mistaking what we mean by a real man in a relationship.
Yeah.
So let's try to give them the actual details of yes. If you are in charge, a man who is in charge, a man who is about to go beyond being in charge, toxic, abusive.
Yeah.
So where does abusiveness start and where does being in charge end?
So I think abusiveness starts from this type of man. Ayagala, let me say, you're having a girl's day out. Abeleo, where are you going? What are you doing right now? Uncle. If we are not married, literally even if we are married, stop asking me some things. What I've been tunga, that's not being a man.
Okay.
Like
it's
that's being so, I don't know.
An Idi Amin dada.
Stupid actually.
Okay.
Because the mere fact that if you don't like something, you'll be like, okay, Milazi, overgo out, reduce. You know, you don't have permission to go out anymore.
You're not going out no more.
As who? You understand? So I think it's all about sitting me down and you tell me, yes, go.
Go and experience.
If we are to go.
What about, okay, what about if he says go and then he says, okay, I'm going to be around?
Yes, but then don't be protective. Don't ask from
overprotective.
Don't drink that. Don't do. Just sit, be calm, and I know you're there. I'm seeing you. I can't do anything to disrespect you. Do you understand?
Okay.
So just be there. But then I would not want it like. I would not want you to be with me like every time I'm going out. You understand?
Once in a while.
As long as I communicate, yes, I've communicated like I'm going out. It's enough. If I'm to tell you come and pick me, that would be good.
ASAP.
Hey, but don't be around me.
She doesn't want to be abaganda chebaito okulunda omukazi. She doesn't want anybody who does that. Okay, you have used the word that I want to borrow. That such a man who is over-controlling, total control freak, would rather be a useless boyfriend. Other than just controlling you so much. I want you to give me some signs of a useless boyfriend. Because I know there are men out there who do certain things. I know messages are dropping in because I can feel my phone vibrating. We're going to be checking what the people think. But at some point, someone was telling me, well, being a useless boyfriend begins with your DP. Osango oli ataddeko ifananyi bye ng'akyali mu high school kyokka musajja akuze.
But what's wrong with that?
I don't know, but that's what they tried pointing at. And then another one told me a boy who is always talking about his mother. He's a mama's boy and that one is not worth dating. A boy who is always talking about himself. Hey, me, I'm this, I'm the other. What are your signs that you've ever experienced, or probably you know that if someone came doing this, it would be a useless boyfriend?
I wanted to point out names.
You want to point names?
But I think to me, a useless boyfriend is a man that doesn't look out for me.
Okay.
A man, you don't, I don't know how to say this. A man that is not going to tell me, like, I need a man to look out to be like, you're in school, yes, but you should be doing something. Are you doing something? Are you busy? I want to see you busy. Like, if a man, I'm sleeping, and he's like, okay. The next day I'm sleeping, he's like, okay. Like,
the baby, I'm hungry. Me too.
Baby, I'm hungry. Like, if I had money, I would be eating. Like, the fact that I've told you that I'm hungry
means it's an indirect way of asking for money.
By the way, yes.
Wow. What else do you use to ask money from your boyfriend? Ngatomogambe directly into, baby, I'm paying you sente. A polite way. Some girls need to borrow that because there are girls who really don't know. omwana akusaba se n'owulira ng'oba gwe babanja nti KCCA ezze kubanja omusolo.
I really don't know any other way because...
Let's say your hair has grown old and you want him to know that you need to go plait. So
what don't you see? By the way, let me tell you.
Uh-huh.
If I'm in a relationship and my man is not seeing that
Your
my nails are moving, I need to change them. My hair is old. Like,
say you are in a long distance relationship.
Which long distance? Like he'll be telling me, we'll be doing video calls, we'll be FaceTiming.
So in your video call, you'll be like,
no, you're saying my hair, you'll be like, ah, baby, I have growth covered there.
Katabuse. Uh-huh.
Hey.
If he's not sensing, taina chakulaga, yomulaze.
Omugamba.
Hey, omugambe.
Yes.
Hey. Girls, I hope you're taking this note. Because some of you say, I'm not, for him, he's not reading the signs, Choka, I'm trying. Tell him, if he's not reading the signs, you tell him boldly.
Tell him my hair, ankle, my nails, skin,
skin, food day. Ati Camilla's for you, men, ladies and gentlemen. We are discussing boy code, girl code. So here we've been drilling on girl code. Aka message akasembayo eri abawala.
I think the best example to give all of them is the fact that you grew up and you've seen your mom being a calm woman. I don't know why you would wake up a morning and you start dressing up like men. You start dressing up like your brothers, your father. Like, that's not what they told you, you know? Like, just be what our culture is. Stop copying the Western beachy culture and all that. Because there are some things you're going to, you know, get from them and they're not useful. So just be us, let's maintain the culture, because you know Ugandan girls, be from which culture, we are calm. You have to be calm, you have to be sweet, you have to be, you know. So
okay,
let's just follow that culture.
Oh my goodness, you got it loud and clear from Ati Camilla's right there for you, trying to give you ways of keeping yourself so girlish, because being a girl, you have to really stay in the girl's code. Well, I've seen some messages right here telling me information about some characteristics of useless boyfriends. Irene is saying they don't wash their towels for the whole year. Very useless. Okay, another one. Cedric is saying that they like reporting nonsense to their relations, to their girlfriends, saying that, hey, baby bankwanye, there's some girl who came and did this, but that's being a very useless boyfriend. Let me see another one right here. Maggie says he has no respect for you even when you are together. He is on his phone. I think that is a very useless boyfriend, right? Another one here says, let me see another one. Irene, you have not been easy on boys. Sent several messages right here. Just one more. Another one says they are very, they are cowards. They even cross the road while running very fast. Very useless boyfriend. Anyway, this is the last one. But there is susu in a bucket. Okay, let's return just in a bit. Right about now, let me introduce you to my next guest. Yes, I call him Ray Z. Yes, a rising star, really doing very good music. He calls this kind of music bandari music. And that's the way to go. I just said that boys are supposed to be athletic, strong, energetic, not overdose. Also, boys are supposed to be brave. I don't know what I haven't said that you think boys are supposed to be.
I think we can sum all that up into one. Okay. Boys are supposed to be masculine.
That's the right thing to say.
Boys are supposed to be masculine.
Masculine.
Be masculine. There's a reason why it is masculine and feminine.
Feminine. So don't be feminine when you're actually a boy.
Yeah, but then there's a new wave. I don't know who's bringing it. There's a woke wave that is coming up. And I've started calling masculinity toxic. They now call it toxic masculinity.
Why would they say that?
When you try to be a man, they say you're toxic. And I don't know who's bringing this up. And then on the other side, they're encouraging men to do feminine things. You've seen people like what's his name? There's this UK star. He's called Sam Smith. I think you've seen him recently. He was on stage. All looking
like a woman.
And they, put him up there, praising him for what he was doing. Then there was a guy. He's called Tate, Andrew Tate. He's a social media guy. I think most of you know him. He's a guy who preaches masculinity a lot. Was imprisoned.
What? For criticizing?
It wasn't for that really, but I have a feeling that contributed to, for trying to encourage men to be more masculine, to be men.
Yeah.
So that's where the world is leading these days.
Oh my.
People are not encouraged to be men, but you are supposed to be a man.
To be a man.
I've grown up. I don't know. I think it's a blessing. Some people may think it's a curse, but it's a blessing that I've grown up in a family where men are encouraged to be men. I've grown up, my father tells me every day, you need to be a man.
You need to be a man.
You need to be a man. This is what a man does.
And when someone says that to your face, that is the right person.
Yes.
Be a man. That's the key
man.
word.
Yes.
Otherwise, there are also circumstances where I've seen trends of fashion and stuff like that. I've seen men like, I have earpins, but I don't know if I've ever looked girlish. I don't think so.
There's no problem with that.
I've seen men who do hair, but they still look masculine. So you doing your hair, you doing your earpins does not make you to start doing the girlish stuff. Talk about layering, being too soft, even beginning to bleach. We're going to go in that direction and talk about characteristics. Actually, I just read for you some, and those are some of the characteristics of useless boyfriends. How can you bleach? Some girl was telling me, how can you be short and then you bleach and then you're broke?
It's crazy, man.
It is just too much.
Yeah.
All right, talking about boy code, I want us to paint a slight picture. Other than just the masculinity, there are some extra things that men do or boys do that are supposed to make them real boys. And that's where I want us to point. Probably in a relationship or not in a relationship, but not doing some of those things has caused the deficiency of girls liking your vibe. Most cases. Can you help us point at some?
First and foremost, what I think is that a man should be able to take care of the people he loves. That's the first thing. Who are the people you love? I don't know.
Beginning with
But
your
for me,
girlfriend,
you can start
probably
with that.
your siblings.
I would start with family.
Okay.
You have to take care of them. No one should tell you to go and take care of your
I
child.
want you to break it down. When you talk about taking care, someone may be thinking, but I have not started working, I don't have money.
That may not even be financial. Just be available.
For them.
Just be available. That's what matters most of the time. People think of taking care means money, and I don't think so.
There are circumstances where, have you been in a situation where you're probably in the same area code, say school, with your sister, and a guy comes and tells you, man, I like your sister. What do you do?
Advice to anyone who is planning to do that, never do that. Because I shouldn't be the person you're telling that. I think it wouldn't end well.
Sister, man, what do we do? He's waiting for your recommendation and go ahead.
I wouldn't allow that. I don't think. Of course, I know they're supposed to be in a relationship, but don't come to me telling.
Do your thing.
I find it weird. Just do your thing. Go and talk to her, but don't come to me telling me your thing.
What about in a situation where you discover along the way that one of your best friends is hitting on your sister?
No. That depends. Personally, I wouldn't feel good about it, but it depends on what my sister likes.
Okay.
If my sister is fine with it, then I'm also fine with it. Even though I'm not fine with it, I would force myself to be fine with it because that's what she wants. And that's what matters. But if she doesn't like and I still find out that you still trust me, we shall fight.
Let's look at a situation where your sister has chosen to date this dude. Whether he's your friend or not, he eventually becomes your brother-in-law.
Sure.
Now, eventually, this guy is becoming abusive. what would you do?
You know, there's a saying that says, I was listening to Bebe Cool in the morning. I was going to work. He has a song that says, I don't know, my Luganda doesn't Luganda very well, but it says, in English, it translates to, don't come into things or what two people who love themselves, something like that.
Don't enter into the business of lovers.
But since it's my sister, I have a right to talk to both of them and see what's happening. You never know. I don't like coming into a situation and taking sides without listening to both sides. Yeah, it's not good to beat a woman. First of all, he's already wrong doing that. But then I would have to first listen to both of them to make my judgment. But she's my sister. Obviously, I would advise her to leave, even though she's in the wrong. You have to leave. You can't be with a man who treats you badly or with a woman who treats you badly. You have to choose yourself.
Then let's redefine masculinity. There are men who misunderstand masculinity as being abusive. But before we get to that point, let's break it down. Being masculine in a relationship, what does it entail? A boyfriend who is masculine.
I was on set. I overheard you guys talk, and the former guest said something about a man, being commanding.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if it's commanding, but yeah, I feel like
being in charge.
Yeah, you have to be in charge.
How would you handle a case where your girlfriend wants to go out moments when you're not around or without you? How would you address that? Because some men are like, nah, watch away.
Me personally, I'm fine with it as long as I trust you. It all begins with trust.
It's about trust.
Yeah, if you trust the person you're with, then there shouldn't be a problem. Why should you limit her from going somewhere? Now I think that's where toxic masculinity comes from. Now that's what I think they should call toxic. You shouldn't limit her. This is the 21st century. Women have been empowered, and why should she? Unless you suspect that there's a problem where she's going, or you don't trust her. Yeah, you can tell her.
Let me ask you this one. Some men misunderstand this. Is there a room for you? Can you protect or stop your woman from cheating? If yes, how do you do it? If no, what should you do?
I had my answer before you even finish that sentence.
Okay.
You cannot stop anyone from cheating. That's what I know.
So what can we do?
Just be ready for it. That's all I can say. Because when someone wants to cheat, they will cheat. No matter what you do, man. There's a way I don't expect my people to cheat. Because I give them all reasons not to cheat. Yeah.
Probably you need to lick some nuts so that people can take some nuts. What do you do to make sure they don't cheat?
They'll have to call me privately because I have to pay for consultation.
I think that's like a whole show that we need to talk about right there.
Yeah.
How do you limit your girlfriend from cheating? What are those things that you can do as a boyfriend, a responsible boyfriend, to make sure your woman doesn't cheat? Because why women cheat is the obvious.
I would never protect anyone from cheating, really. I'll just let you live your life and tell you I don't want. Of course, no one wants to be cheated on. So if you feel like cheating, go and cheat. Of course, if I find out, we're done. That's all. It's a free life. If you want to cheat and I don't know why people cheat. You can just leave. You can just leave. It's not that.
Just leave and go with the other person.
Yeah, it's not that.
And then keep rotating until you're tired.
Yeah, until you find the person you're looking for.
I'll not skip asking you the very question that I asked Ati Camille, as though yours is going to be the other way around. I asked her about signs of a useless boyfriend from an experience of someone who is in a girlfriend position. Now, you being in a boyfriend's position, I'm sure there are things that girls do that make you look at them and you're like, this girl, very useless girlfriend.
First, a girl is always on her phone.
Okay. She thinks her phone is everything.
Yeah, a girl who thinks her phone is everything. Yes, phones are, we're in this age where phones are everything, but then don't always taking selfies and you're like,
24/7. You buy her food, she's recording the food.
Yeah. Second, a girl who doesn't know how to do chores.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's always in the back seat. Relaxed.
Yeah,
She doesn't want to do laundry.
Yeah, and I'm not saying you should do it for me because I can do it for myself. But
Okay.
if you also can't do it for yourself, like your things, you can do your own chores. I go to your house and I find it dirty. That's already a red flag, you know. Because the girl is supposed to be clean. By the way, disclaimer: it's not. A boy is also not supposed to be dirty.
All right, as we finalize, probably should give us one more extra sign of a useless girlfriend, and then we come to giving advice to the boys.
Useless girlfriend, a girlfriend who is always expecting something from her boyfriend, without planning to give. You know.
She's on the receiving side.
Yeah, always on the receiving side. Boys, if you see that, run away.
Run away.
Just run. That's all I can say.
Advice to boys to keep them in their masculinity and so that they are doing the right things.
First, find work. Find what to do. Get a skill or something. You know, go to gym if you can afford. Eat well. Be clean. You know, be clean. I'm going to emphasize that, man. You need to be clean, man. You know, I'm tired of this.
Bathing once.
I'm tired of this, you know, thing of I'm a boy, so why should I comb my hair? No. I don't like
I'm a boy, why can't I put on smelly socks?
No, don't. Just be clean, man. Yeah, I'm also emphasizing find work.
Yeah.
Find
you get something to do, you get yourself some money.
Yeah.
We're here looking fresh and clean. Did we die? Hey, you can look clean too. Be a fresh boy.
Yeah.
Gone are the days when boys put on underwears that are torn. So many messages here. Oh my goodness. Ivan, CPA, he says you call her for a meet-up. She doesn't have transport. Very useless girlfriend. Okay, you leave for work and leave her in bed, and you come back home at around 1 p.m. to check on her. She's still in bed. Jesus Christ. He says she says she can cook. She brings you saltless rice. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking boy code, girl code. But the most important aspect behind this topic is that we want to make sure boys exhibit characteristics of boys. Just like we've talked about masculinity. And then girls exhibit characteristics of girls. This is where we're having trouble with people showcasing or coming out looking like they are gay, looking like they are lesbians, and you're painting wrong pictures. It starts slowly by slowly. You may not be doing or indulging in the act in reality, but your looks are preaching that gospel. So please, let's start by acting in that stature. And sometimes you're calling me and telling me, Shugga, get me a boyfriend. You're not getting a boyfriend simply because you're not girl enough. You're not getting a girlfriend simply because you're not boy enough. So go get yourself a job. Let's start with the usual ones. Get a job, take good care of yourself, show that you are in charge, take responsibility, and then a girl is going to get attracted to you. While for the girls, be a responsible woman. Take care of yourself. Look good. Why would you bleach? This is something that really beats my understanding. Finding a girl who is already beautiful, bleaching, what are you trying to do to yourself? At the end of the day, you're looking like a money queen. No. Osanga omuwala nga n'ebisige yabisalako. Kati ebisige basiiga nsiige. Kati if the artist doesn't paint it right, you're always looking like you're frowned. Ng'olinga eyanyiize naye ng'oli ku nnomo kati bw'onoonyiiga ogenda faanana otya. I still remain MC Shugga, man. I appreciate everybody that is working with us on the show. I want to send shout outs to a friend of mine called, she calls herself Montana. Montana, thank you so much for loving the show. And of course, for always being there watching the show. And not forgetting another one that is called Naveen. Naveen also, thank you so much for loving the show. I appreciate your efforts and always making sure you are right there. And for those who have just joined, you're watching the show for the first time, it is the Glory of Love every single Saturday around this very time. We are always on right here to tell you more about love. So please stay hooked. And if you want to join us on our WhatsApp or in the WhatsApp group where there's always a lot of conversation, you are bored, you are the type that is an introvert, we can change and make you an extrovert. So please, dial the number on the screen and tell me you want to join the WhatsApp group and we shall definitely drop you in there. We get learning more about love.